Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Dsla token, and I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen my previous update, make sure to check that out. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we did break above this resistance block that we talked about in the previous update. So this was set up between 0.0033 down to 0.0020 cents. And I told you guys that this would be a nice area to take some profits, but I warned you, just because this is a low cap gem doesn't necessarily mean it is going to adhere to all of these levels like a mid cap or a higher cap altcoin would do, because it takes a lot less money to pump up these prices like this, and it could even reverse in a few days and just continue on pumping to around about a cent. So you want to be ready for that. And with altcoins like this, I would just avoid swing trading, especially if you're new to the markets and you don't really know what you're doing. Because it's really hard to swing trade these low cap gems. Trust me, I know. I've tried swing trading multiple low cap gems throughout these past few years. And a lot of the times, or sometimes at least, the trades don't really go the way you're thinking they're going to go. Because, for example, you could have sold here, right? If you're holding for the next 5 years and for some reason you're selling here and you're waiting for that pullback to buy at the bottom here of the support block, and the price doesn't really reach that level, it reverses midway through and continues pumping, and you're left here and the price never comes back down there. So what do? You end up buying here. And that means you have less tokens for the same amount of money that you just had. So just be smart about where you're selling, and if you really want to swing trade, wait until you're very overextended. Now, to be honest with you, if you entered here and you're just looking to exit the project, over here is a very good area to do so, because this is a resistance level. You have the golden ratio sitting nearby at around about 0.00495 cents, and you know, you're getting rejected from a massive resistance level. This would be a smart area to take profits if you're not looking to hold long term. If you're just looking to take that, 300, 400x, whatever we did since January. Oh, God, good God, that was that was an 11x. My apologies. Oh my goodness, this was a really good trade for anyone who entered at these prices here. So right now we're pulling back down. If you're waiting for entries, as I am, I'm definitely going to be looking at some buying opportunities here around the 55 EMA on the daily chart, which is around about 0.0022478 cents, and also the lower level of the support block here sitting at around about 0.0020 cents. Anything below that would be a steal in my opinion, because already from that local high, we've pulled back 32%. We could be looking at a 50% if we go down to the bottom of the support block, down to the 0.382 fib level. That would be a 57% pullback at 0.00178 cents. And that is a good level to average in as well, because you can see that we've had multiple bounces off that level as resistance, as you can see, multiple times. And now we broke above in April, and we might just come back down to retest that as support and continue on. So I would say anything below 0.002 cents is a very good buying opportunity, and try to stack up as many coins as you can over at those levels. But keep in mind, this is a low cap gem. You don't want to invest too much into things of this nature, because you want to have a strong portfolio with higher caps, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then you can start, getting into the degen zone and, putting money into these low cap projects. Taking a look at the daily RSI, as you can see, we are on our way toward this support trend line here. So we've seen multiple retests of this trend line before, ever since May of 2022, and every single time we reach that trend line, we see a move to the upside. The same could happen here, so be on the lookout for this retest. Once you see the RSI drop back down there, just make sure to dollar cost average in. If for whatever reason we manage to go even lower, take a look at the green trend line here. We've had one retest in October 2022, and another retest, or the initial retest, was in June of 2022. So the green trend line has been keeping us afloat as well. So you can have buy a limit order set up at these two levels once you reach them, and anything below the RSI of 30 obviously is a major buy in my opinion. So that's what we have for the daily chart. Obviously getting very overextended here, running into the golden ratio, but we are way above our August-October highs. So this is definitely a confirmation of the fact that we have printed our bear market bottom back in January this year, and we're not coming back down that low. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart real quick. And before we get into the video, I quickly want to mention Apex One AI. So this is a very interesting project that is based on AI technology and allows you to farm using crypto pairs. So they already have a platform out. They have their website, which we're on right now. The team is fully transparent, and some of the features are farming using artificial intelligence, using cryptocurrency pairs. You have liquidity pools, you have DeFi involved. You can take a look at their white paper, and if you want to take a look at their team, all of that is available on the website. And they also have a native token out already called Apex. And here is how the platform looks. The website is very well designed as well as the platform. It is easy to navigate. As you can see, if you go to Apex AI, you have farming, you have yield farming, and you have some of the new features that they're developing using the AI technology. So if you go to wallets, it's very easy to deposit and exchange cryptocurrencies using their application. So feel free to take a look at the link down below in the description. You can sign up using that. And if you have any more questions regarding the project, you can refer to the video that I made earlier, which is a full review of this platform. Now let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, we have a few resistance levels we want to take a look at here. So 0.004 cents is something that we just retested in April, and this was a major support level back in July of 2021 and back in January last year. Then we broke below, back tested that thing as resistance, and then we started retracing down and trying to find our bottom, and that has been done right now, and we're retesting a previous resistance once again. So I'm just expecting for a nice little brief pullback until we refuel and have another major move to the upside. So our next major target is going to be 0.0053 cents, and the next one is 0.0078 cents. So these two levels are very important to break through. So really, once you break through this area here, once you break through that, let me just get a rectangle pattern. So once you break through this area here, I would say it's going to be sick for anyone entering or for anyone who entered at these lower levels, because the price is probably going to pump extremely high due to the fact that we're going to be breaking our all-time high price. Obviously, you're going to be in price discovery, and the fact that we're still very early. We're not even into the bull market yet, and Dsla protocol is very close to its previous all-time high. As you can see, if I take, or its all-time high, not the previous all-time high. I get the ruler here, and you can see that we're sitting at a 500% off of the previous all-time high. So it's 6x towards the previous all-time high, and from there you could be looking at 0.06 cents, at 11 cents, and at 25 cents. Either of those is going to be a very lucrative spot to take some profits. Obviously, don't forget, you have to be conservative with these things. Don't expect every project to do 100x, because that's just unrealistic. You'll just end up not selling anything, and you're going to ride the wave down into the next bear market. So that's not why we're here on this channel. We're trying to spot the major resistance levels that we could see in the next bull market. We're trying to have a financial plan laid out 2 years in advance so that we can start taking profits like professionals and getting out of the markets when they're overheated and just waiting for the next pullback. That's what I'm planning to do, at least, and I'm sure a lot of you want to do the same thing. So once we break above this block here, above this resistance block, I think it's going to be an easy, Dsla is going to enter easy mode in terms of price pumping. And if we take a look at the weekly chart, this is the one thing that I don't like at all, is the fact that we are already overbought on the weekly chart. But like I keep saying, this is a low cap gem, so that's, I mean, if we were sitting at for example, we were taking a look at Polkadot and we saw this same thing, I would be getting out as soon as I can. But seeing as how we're not taking a look at Polkadot and we're actually looking at a low cap gem with a market cap of around about $15 million, $20 million, I'm not sure. That definitely changes things quite a bit, simply for the fact that you can still have a major run to the upside, even though you're overbought on the weekly. And as you can see, this support level on the RSI is something that we can target at 59.5 on the index. That's going to be a major level for us to retest, which is precisely what we have done back here in March, because this was a resistance level that we created in October 2021. We broke above, back test of support, and we moved to the into the overbought here. So with the next pullback and the next move to the upside, we could possibly run into this trend line once again as resistance. You can keep doing this, creating this bearish divergence, and then you can drop down and have that major pullback whenever it may occur. So just have this on your chart, draw this out, and that is pretty much going to be everything regarding DSLA. I'm still eyeballing entries. I'm going to be entering anything, below this low here. I would say anything below 0.004 cents is still going to be a good entry. If you haven't had the chance to buy yet, I would say even right now, this is very, very cheap, guys. Don't try to be greedy and wait for these specific levels to be retested, because realistically what you can do is just have some entries over here, or, throw some money into the project right now. If it retraces to the support levels we discussed earlier, you can buy more. If it doesn't, so be it. You can just buy the same price. But don't be greedy, because if you think the project is going to be going lower and you're greedy like that, it may not go lower and you're just going to end up sitting down here with your stinky fiat. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care and goodbye.